A bit of drizzles here on a Tuesday morning, and we're at the High Court here in Accra. We've come here because the CEO of Menzgold, new charges have been preferred against him, and the case proper has been moved here to the High Court from the Circuit Court. Now remember, this case involves over 1 billion cedis depositors' cash, and those money locked up because of the actions and inactions of the CEO of Menzgold Ghana Limited. On today's edition of the Citi Newsroom, we look at the new charges as preferred, the response from the Attorney General and customers who have come here to the High Court hoping to get justice. Let's start with the case proper. Let's tell you the new charges and why the Attorney General has decided to bring the case here at the High Court. Hansen Ajiman is our man on issues to do with the legal fraternity, and he was in court this morning, and you give us details.
The charges are 22 counts of defrauding by false pretense, 7 counts each for money laundering and fraudulent breach of trust. The other counts include 1 count each for inducement to invest, operating a deposit-taking institute without license, and selling gold without license. According to the facts of the case, Nana Mensah, through Menzgold Ghana Limited, and Brew Marketing Consult induced Menzgold customers to part away with 1.68 billion Ghana cedis. Some of these monies, according to the charge sheet, were transferred into personal accounts of NAM1, Xylophone Media, and one Abigail Mensah. He is also accused of using his media firm, Xylophone Media, to launder monies he knew were proceeds of crime. But the CEO of the defunct company pleaded not guilty to all the charges. His lawyer, Kwame Ekufo, applied for bail after his plea was taken. He prayed the court to maintain the condition of 5 million Ghana cedis with no justification, which was the conditions of the bail he was given at the Circuit Court, where the case was previously heard before a nolle prosequi was entered by the state. The state, represented by Deputy Attorney General Alfred Tuan-Yeboah, who did not oppose the bail application, however, asked for the accused to be made to deposit his passport. Alfred Tuan-Yeboah further urged the court to consider the sum of 1.68 billion Ghana cedis involved in the matter. The judge, after considering the application, granted bail to the tune of 500 million Ghana cedis with 4 sureties, with none to be justified. He has further been directed to report to the CID headquarters every Thursday and deposit his passport. Alfred Tuan-Yeboah spoke to the media after court proceedings.
At long last, after 3 years, the state is now well set to commence the hearing of this particular matter. And today, we were in court for the first time in the High Court. We've dealt with the initial matters. The next time that we come, you know the witness that we'll be calling. But I can assure you, since this matter involves a lot of people, we'll be calling a lot of witnesses, people who invested to state their story. And so hopefully by the time we come back on the 27th, you have the full complement of the witnesses that we'll be calling. But I can just only let you know that we are going to call a lot of witnesses to establish our case.
Would that be closer to the 16,000 complainants that you indicated?
No, definitely no.
The Deputy Attorney General, he just addressed the press on what we should expect. For those thousands of customers who are watching you today, what would you want to tell them in terms of them ensuring that they get the justice they need?
Thank you very much. The customers are our clients now because we are representing them in court. We expect cooperation from them. If they have any other information that they think we do not have, they should rather make the information available to us. But so far, they have cooperated with us, and we are going to give them a very good job in court.
How different is this case? We saw in the Circuit Court, a lot of adjournments, nothing, was, successful about it. What are we going to expect this time around?
This time around, we are going to have, subject to the court's convenience, this matter will be heard on daily basis. That is our wish. And so when we come back in October, and the court is able to go through all the processes, when we start the matter, we are looking at hearing this matter on daily basis.
For the victims, those that have died, those who were maimed during this period, What do you say to those families of those people, and what kind of plans is in place to help these people from the government?
My condolences to the bereaved families. It is not easy losing someone after the person has invested so much in a company and there are problems with that particular company. But the assurance is that we will make sure that even in their death, they receive justice. We will do the prosecution, and if we're able to realize any amount out of this prosecution, the amount due the deceased will be paid into their estate.
Let me speak to Fred Forson. He's a convener for the aggrieved customers of Menzgold. I'll speak to him quickly. He was in court. He's still here in court this morning, heard proceedings and all that. Fred, are you hopeful this time around?
Yes, first of all, I think we are very satisfied with the proceedings today. The AG hinted at requesting for daily trial in his presentation at court this morning, and it appeared the other side may not oppose it. So we are happy at that, and now he's been granted bail, all right. But looking at the case as presented, we are happy with whatever happens, and it gives us that hope that we have been nurturing, that our case is not a lost case. All that we are asking the president is that from 5 years down the line, it's been very tough and hard for us, and so a financial bailout for customers will be very good to bring life back to us. One of them just died last weekend. He had 3.2 million in Menzgold, and he died just last weekend. He's been battling with the disease, traveling all over, and so.
It brings me to the question, you yourself, how are you coping, and the thousands of customers, how are you coping?
It's not been easy, but Vivian, you know, you have to keep your personal problems, and when you're a leader, you are leading people, so you normally talk about you speak on behalf of the people, we defend them and all that. It's not been easy personally.
So in your shot, you can see a banner where Fred Forson is taking us through some people who have died whilst waiting for the investments to be paid back to them.
The sister died 2 years ago. Then he died 11th July 2022 at 37. So this.
You say, how did Nana Kisi die?
Nana Kisi said, then he fell down. I'm rushing by 37, 4 days.
I remember Muhammad very well.
Yes, Muhammad, always when we go for demonstration, this one, I think, other than Arise, one of the demonstrations that we had placards. You see it, he's holding it. He's also gone. A young man, he has finished Islamic University. He's gone. So these are evidence of what is happening.
There are military officers.
There are military officers, the police, the reverend, the business guy, pharmacy. There are doctors there and business executives.
Let me speak to Stephen Abuaji, who is also one of the customers of Menzgold at the time. Through the delays and issues and challenges, we are told he's almost lost his sight. Stephen, welcome to the City Newsroom.
Thank you very much.
How much did you invest into Menzgold at the time?
86,000.
86,000. What were you doing prior to that?
I was working with Samsung Ghana at that time, yeah.
And what led you to put your money into Menzgold?
One of a friend advised me, and then I decided to put my money there. But what gingered me most is the time that he was conniving with the presidency. I saw him with a Kufuor. I think everything was genuine business, and that is the reason I did 20. And then later I saw him with a picture with that, so then it's a genuine thing. And I remove all the money there.
All your lifetime savings?
My lifetime savings.
We are told you are losing your eye because of this. Tell us, take us through the sad.
Yeah, we went to NAM1's house at I think that was last year or last 2 years for our money.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah. And then police, we were there and then we saw police coming. So some of us were outside the gate. So police was started chasing us to catch us, and then we started running away. So as I ran, and I saw policeman at the back of me. So he wanted to hold me, and then I just split myself, and I saw my back here fell on the floor. So as I wake up, I saw my eye pains started pains me, and then I tried to go to hospital, and the doctor told me there is a vein at the back of the eye. Then there is a problem on the vein. So unless they do their surgery. But through that too, I don't have any money for the surgery. And then the house that I'm living to, even the house have been due that I don't have money to pay. So now I'm staying with the chairman friend in Dansuman.